Hi, welcome to Ranger Country. I'm Peter.
And I'm Lawrence.
And we're here today. We're excited to bring you the brand new Weihrauch HW100 X.
Yeah, we've got the KT, XKT in the laminate, and we've got the new S in the new style laminate here as well.
XS.
Yeah, sorry. So we've got an XS, we've got an XKT laminate. XKTL? XKT? No.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Now, Weihrauch's HW PCPs have been immensely popular, haven't they?
They're like everyone's got one, everyone's heard of them. Ubiquitous, yeah.
Ubiquitous. Yeah. It's quite exciting when Weihrauch announce a new rifle, though, isn't it? Because they don't do it very often.
No, the last one, when was the 110? That was probably 10 years ago at least, wasn't it?
It was a long time ago, wasn't
Yeah.
it? And although you sort of gave it the speech marks for new, it's really a...
It feels like a massive upgrade.
It does.
There's only a few little things. So headline figures, we've got a bigger shot count, and it's lighter. Basically, it's them's is...
Well, that was the two arguments against the gun in the first place, wasn't it? Against the HW100. Yeah. They're too heavy and the shot count isn't high enough. So, I mean, if they've dealt with those, then yeah, what could go wrong?
And they've come out with this new forest laminate stock.
Yeah, we'll get into that a bit later.
I think it's brilliant.
Do you?
Yeah, I really like it.
Well, you're wrong.
Let's get into features then.
So, with the new models, Weihrauch have kept a lot of the parts that we know and love and have worked from day one, haven't they?
It's much more just a refresh than a brand new gun. Let's call it that.
I'm just trying to think. So similar to a Ultimate Sporter regulated from Air Arms, something like that. Just an upgrade of a refresh of the models.
Yeah.
I know with these you still get the same fantastic 14-round magazines, don't you?
Yes. Well, shall we perhaps start as we normally do, where we go butt to muzzle?
I haven't started there yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just touching on what's the same. And
well, that's a long old list.
No, it's not really. No, because you get in the box you get a degasser now, don't you? Now, as before, you received a degasser, and you also received an adapter where you could refill the cylinder, remove the cylinder, and refill it straight from a 300 bar cylinder.
So now instead of 2 pointless brass items, you now only get 1 pointless brass item.
Unless you're shipping the rifle by air freight, and then it's quite useful to, or working on the cylinder, where you need to empty the contents of the cylinder.
Sure.
You also get well, we won't touch on that. No, you're right. We'll start at the butt end now. Now I've just thrown those bits in. That, a lot of the rifle is still the same.
Okay.
So, over to you.
I can start now. Cool. Thank you very much. What I'll probably
sarcasm.
What I'll probably do, because the standard the laminate thumb hole stock is ultimately the same. We've recently done a couple of videos on the 95 and the 80, where the adjustable butt plate is adjustable for, we think we're going to call it rake, where it twists as well as going up and down. Otherwise, ultimately, it's the same. The real reason that we're here is this new stock. So this is laminate only. Well, obviously, because it's green. Laminate stock, and this is sporter only. I don't know if they're going to be releasing it in the thumb hole option like we've got here. I don't know. Whole cartridge, the importers possibly don't even know, because we've had a little bit of a thing with their emails. Anyway, this is the new stock. At the back here, we've got the adjustable butt plate. This will go up and down, but it won't twist like these newer designs will. We've got adjustable cheek piece as well here. Push that button, that lifts up. Now, it finishes much higher on the right-hand side of the stock than it does on the left-hand side of the stock. So as a right-handed shooter, there's more space for me to put my cheek than if I was a left-handed shooter, basically. I'm sure there's a reason for that. Obviously, there's buttons on that side. Nice little attention to detail.
Talking of attention to detail, do you not thought that they could have used the same colour wood for the cheek piece? Because that just, I think that spoils it.
In the same, in the same way that they do for the thumb hole laminate, use the same. I don't know. Would that have been too much? I don't know. Obviously, the Airarms Ultimate Sporter, the walnut stock at least of that is a black cheek piece.
Yeah,
that's been.
I think when we raised our disappointment at that at the time, anyway, didn't we? But
I don't think I mind it.
I think it looks better when it's raised rather than it being flushed down.
Yeah,
I think when it's flushed down, it looks a bit. Oh yeah, it comes off as well. When it's all the way down, I think it doesn't look as good as when it's raised slightly.
No, yeah, fair.
So, yeah.
Another little new feature of the S stock, the Sporter, is the fact that the safety catch, which is on the right-hand side for all models and has been historically, is now also on the left. So you've got a catch on the right and the left. Obviously, it moves together. Now, that will be coming out on all the other models at some point, but we don't know when. Basically.
Now, is that so customers who don't realise that you can only put the safety catch on when the rifle is cocked and they haven't read the manual, they can use twice as much leverage to try and force it on when the rifle's not cocked, and then come back to you and say, my safety catch doesn't work.
Yeah, that's probably the case. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as always, this rifle's decocked. Safety will not go on.
Don't force it. Don't try it.
If we cock it, then it will click on.
It's quite a good way of telling. You know, if you're out in the field, if you're stalking, if you're in the woods, it's quite a good way to tell. Did I cock the rifle?
Yeah.
Because it's just so easy to forget, isn't it? I took a shot. Did I recock it? I can't really pull the trigger to find out. Let's try and put the safety on.
Yeah.
Safety goes on. Yeah, I've recocked it. Job done.
Yeah. I saw a rat 10 minutes ago. Did I reload then or not? I don't know. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Quite a nice little touch, to be honest.
Yeah, 100%. Now, obviously, moving slightly further forward, I will let you talk at some point. You'll probably interrupt me anyway, as normal. We've got Weihrauch's standard record trigger. Absolutely sublime. Absolutely no notes.
Can I just stop you there, please? Can we just have a little bit of a talk about this part here, please?
Yep.
How fantastic that fits in the hand, and it's obviously the stock to have, and they've just really done a really good job of the thumb hole grip.
Clearly, you like a thumb hole. Anyway, trigger, very very nice, easy
it's
to adjust
also got
as well.
Very nice stippling on it as well on this thumb hole grip. Much better, I think, than the Sporter grip.
I still quite enjoy that Forest stock. Third time, trigger, very very good, no notes. We've also got
record trigger.
Yep.
Now, how many parts does the record trigger have in constituent parts?
27 or something stupid, isn't it?
I think it's about 18.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I don't know where you got the extra 9 from.
86 out of today. All I know is it shoots well, and it does. Really sharp, really positive, and it's also quite easy to adjust.
They're renowned for the record triggers, aren't they?
Yeah.
How really good they are.
Yeah. Side lever on the side here, obviously, in the name. This is nothing new. This is another of Weihrauch's upgrades. They did this a few years ago, where it's a metal lever, and they also include a little biathlon style vertical attachment that you can choose to put on if you want. It's
surprising how much easier that does actually make to cock it. Your hand just feels that vertical bar, and it's just so much easier rather than feeling for the horizontal bar.
Yeah. And also, you'll notice up top here, we've got a Picatinny rail. Now, this is a little plastic rail that slides onto the 9 to 11mm rail built onto the breech block. So it's quite a simple thing for Weihrauch to have done, but that gives you the option to easily, straight away, mount night vision or a tactical scope or whatever you wanted to put on. So
it's quite a nice little touch, isn't it? I know they started doing these on the standard HW100s quite a while back, wasn't it? Was it this year or was it even last year?
I feel like it was probably like 6 years ago. We'll be thinking it was last year or the year before.
Yeah,
something like that.
Quite recently, but it is just you've got the choice. If you want a pick rail, you can have a pick rail. I know BSA has started doing the same, haven't they?
Yes.
It's just common sense, really. It's that piece of plastic can't cost an awful lot to manufacture, and to throw in a few holes drilled in the breech block to receive it.
It makes our lives as shooters way easier.
Massively.
We don't have to think about which rail it is for mounts and that sort of thing. Both.
Yeah.
Moving forward, we've obviously got a standard 14 round magazine aperture here. Again, it's all the same down there. Anti-double load as normal, as we know and love from Weihrauch. So if you cock it once, that'll put a pellet into the barrel. Cock it again, it won't put a second one. So very, very clever.
If you want to double load it, you have to really go out of your way to double load it, don't we? As a couple of people on our range have done with our range guns, haven't they?
Yeah.
How they've done it, I haven't the foggiest.
Well, you have to put the magazine in, close the bolt, take the bolt back, put a new magazine in, then close the bolt. Yeah.
You really have to try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do you want to talk about the reason we're here? This section, the workings, the heart, as it were.
I can talk about that. Now, the big thing, as well as a little bit of weight reduction, is shot count. And they've managed to get a much better shot count by upping the fill pressure. Now, we've seen this a lot. I think the Eastern Europeans, the European manufacturers, AGTs, Air Max.
Yeah, they were the first ones, right, as far as I'm aware.
I mean, they're 300 bar, aren't they? Some of those now, but a lot of manufacturers went to 250 bar. Daystate Air Arms quite a while back. I think Weihrauch were quite left behind, and I think that's been the downside of a Weihrauch ever since, hasn't it?
The shot count. Yeah.
If you'd wanted the shot count, you're going to have the long version, and if you've got the long version, you've got extra weight to cart around with you. So they've gone for a 250 bar fill. And how many shots do you get out of this short one now, Lawrence?
About 80, as tested in the 177.
Now this is a 100cc cylinder, which is pretty unheard of, isn't it?
It's very small. Yeah.
Very, very small. Now they're stamped on the cylinders. They've got a 10-year life. Now they say replace at 10 years, and they've got the date when you actually have to replace them. So minimum, I would recommend getting them serviced, getting them inspected internally. We haven't had any updates yet as to how important that replacement is at 10-year mark. But I know when we service a standard HW100, we do a thorough check of the cylinder, and we check for any imperfections, any rusting. It might just be the same, not sure. So now this gauge caught you out. This manometer caught you out, didn't it? Because you expected it to be
all the previous normal 100.
Same colour coding, isn't it?
Yeah.
But they've added an extra scale in it, haven't they? And the red now is at 250 bar.
Yeah. So green is between 100 to 250 now, whereas before it was 100 to 200.
Yeah. It's always been a very clear gauge to read, hasn't it? There's quite a thick. The needle is quite thick and nice bright white colour. Very easy to see, even from any angle. Dead simple. You see the pointer. I think a lot of other manufacturers ought to take a leaf out of Weihrauch's, but these are they are excellent manometers.
The only downside is it's on the end. A lot of them nowadays, like BSA, is underneath. Daystates are all on the sides and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. Yeah, granted. But with it being so, you don't have to look right down the business end of it. You can see from the side.
Yeah.
See from the angle because of that, such bright white needle.
Yep.
I've taken the stock off. I've had a look at it. All the breech block seems to be just about identical to the previous models. I've noticed an extra drilling in the base, a vent hole for the regulator. It does have a new regulator apparently, doesn't it?
Yeah. I assume just to cope with the extra pressure.
Yeah.
I don't know the specifics of it.
Yeah. But I think it's been a much needed rejuvenation of the model, hasn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Now we'll get into price and that sort of thing in the summary, so I'm not going to mention it too much here.
We are a bit more money, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've also got standard Weihrauch standard moderator on the end as well, and it's a 1/2 inch UNF thread, so if you wanted to change that out, you can do. Yeah, there's a lot of features. Not all of them new, but hey, yeah. Let's have a go into, because the biggest difference is how it handles. We'll be back with you shortly for handling.
So Lawrence, let's get straight into handling. Now we've swapped the rifles over, haven't we? So we can get a better appreciation of the
new one
of this not so good stock.
I really like the Sporter stock.
Do you?
Yeah, I think it fits quite comfortably. This is nicely contoured in for the palm. And, well, the big thing of the reason the X exists is because it's much lighter. And you can feel the difference in weight. And even on this longer one, it's really well balanced and it's not really heavy at all. It's a big improvement. I really like the Sporter stock.
Do you know, I wasn't a big fan. Well, I wasn't a fan at all, let alone a big fan of the Sporter. It's massively lighter, isn't it?
Yeah,
massively. I wasn't a fan of the Sporter stock in the first one.
It was certainly the least popular as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess they've sort of trying to put bit of effort into it. Bit more of a funky laminate stock. Because personally, I think that laminate's a bit boring. But hey, I think the same with the grey laminates as well.
Yeah.
So a bit funkier as well. Nice forest laminate. Now, on our notes, apparently, it's made by Minelli, this new stock. I know the previous ones weren't. So, yeah, don't hold us to that one.
There's a bit with Weihrauch stocks. There's a little bit of ambiguity as to where the stocks are actually made, some of them, isn't it? With some have different initials on them. So it's not always clear where they are made. And they don't always like to share that information.
Yeah. The exact numbers. So this one here, as we've got it tested, is £7.07. And this one here is £7. So short one's a little bit lighter, but then obviously you trade off your shot count. But then it's not that bad a shot count. It's
£7.07, so that's £7 7 ounces.
Yeah.
So it's just over 3 kilos, isn't it? Versus this at less than 3 kilos, maybe 2.6, something like that.
Sure. Yeah.
Looking old money to new money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lengthwise is exactly the same.
Okay.
I don't have that number here, but it's exactly the same. But yeah, shot count is the big money maker. 82 as tested out of the short one, and 192 out of the long one.
That is massive. I know with our M177.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know with our club guns, we get about, in the standard long HW100, we get about 100, don't we?
Just
shots.
about squeezed to 100.
Yeah. Which is just enough for our purposes on the range, to be honest.
The balance is much better. It's much better over the rear, and also it's lighter overall. Yeah, it's a big improvement. Doesn't seem like much. May not seem like much on paper, but it's a big improvement. And one thing that we didn't mention as well on the new S stock is you've got an M-lock rail underneath here as well. So if you don't know anything, it looks like it's smooth all the way down. So you get the benefit of keeping your nice lines, but also having the ability to get a bipod straight onto that rail as well.
But you need an M-lock adapter to
whatever your bipod is.
Pick rail, maybe.
Well, like Spartan stuff have M-lock adapters with them and stuff.
Yeah,
you've got options with that.
There's quite a lot of different ones used, isn't there? On air arms, it's a UIT, isn't it?
UIT.
Yeah, the UIT rail. We've got M-lock.
There's key mod.
Yeah, there's quite a lot. So
yeah, the Arca. Yeah, there's quite a lot of different rails and different bits and pieces. But I mean, we carry just about all the adapters for just about all the rails and stuff.
This front part here is actually growing on me. Looking at it, and I know that in different models, the forest green stock has been. It's been one of my favourites. I think if you put a thumbhole grip on this, I think that would have done it for me. But I think it's the fact that it's the Sporter stock and.
Yeah, agree to disagree. Everyone's different, aren't they? Obviously, you guys at home will have your preferences. The S has been the most popular so far, but
is it really?
That's probably just because it's newest. It's a new thing on the block.
Yeah.
Should we have a go at handling it?
You're in the hot seat.
Let's give it a go. Back with you shortly.
So, as they say, Lawrence, the proof of the pudding is in the shooting.
Well-known phrase.
Something like that.
Give it a go.
Yeah. Now, today, Lawrence is using... We've managed to find some QYS, haven't we? Some QYS domed standard weight, 8.48 grains. In the head size, 4.50.
Did try using Air Arms Diablo Fields, our normal ones. Whether it was me, whether I didn't give them enough chances, I had a magazine through it, and I couldn't seem to get them too consistent. And then I switched to these QS, and they were.
That sums up your shooting, though, doesn't it?
Well, yeah.
Struggle to get it consistent.
Well, yeah.
We do say that the German guns often like the German pellets. So.
What about these Chinese pellets? Then?
Well, I'm just going to say these are Chinese pellets this time. We'll see how your shooting does. We could use that as an excuse, couldn't you? They're not German. So Chrono's behaving itself as ever. Regular viewers will remember that we've got a Cordwell Ballistics chronograph connected to our studio now. Sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. Not working at the minute. Coming up with error 3, as you can see on the screen. Oh, that worked. 10.99, 764 feet per second. It's moved over a bit. He's got the bull.
Those first two, I think I've been pretty happy with these.
Okay.
I thought I was pretty bang on with those first two, and they just moved a bit to the right. And that one went exactly where my centre dot has gone.
As I say, regular viewers will know that I've got a monitor just above the camera here. So I can see exactly what Lawrence is seeing through his scope. It's quite impressive so far for Lawrence. I mean, it's quite impressive so far. But I will add a little but onto that. It ought to be.
Yeah, true. We're not, this is not a cheap rifle.
No.
I moved my aim point to the orange at 9 o'clock.
I'm not waiting all that long. The chrono's working. Miracles will never cease. And so we're using our 25 metre tube range, which is attached to our studio. And we're using our range and country targets as well. That Lawrence sort of scares the the aim point. Which hole was that?
I don't know. Feel like the top one, but I don't know.
Maybe a little. I was looking at the chrono reading, if I'm honest, when you took that shot. Do you know, it was such a good idea to have these different aim points printed on these targets in white. Because I know your favourite used to be, my favourite was aiming for the number 3, the number 2 or number 3 at the top.
Mm.
And your favourite was taking a pot shot at somewhere else on the target and having that as your aim point. You just don't need to do that anymore, do you?
No.
Got some consistent errors on the chrono.
This is very easy to shoot. Going to go 3 o'clock on the orange. Just because the holes are making the aim point hard to see.
Okay.
Only got a few shots left.
Better if the chrono was working consistently. So 14 shot magazine in the Weihrauch HW100s. I mean, we expected big things of it, didn't we? And it's not disappointing. That was a bit disappointing.
Can I count? No.
I think you ought to go for the number 3 then, just to show that it can obliterate the target that you're actually aiming at. No, aim at the 3.
Went for my pot shot.
So again.
I went for my pot shot again.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to try and shoot at the 3?
Yeah. Or at the one at 6 o'clock now, just to show it.
1, 2, 3 shots.
Wait, where's your designating the target?
Go for 6 o'clock.
Okay. It's about 10 past. It's pretty darn accurate, isn't it?
It's same old groups, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is. Yeah. It is what you'd expect, though, isn't it, for a rifle of this? I mean, the previous HW100 prior to it becoming an X was pretty
Exceptional.
Pretty exceptional. Yeah.
I
Bomb
think,
proof.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty. You can't miss. You just can't miss.
If you can. You missed the 3.
Well, it was just a little bit left, but that's,
Oh, just a little bit left. That was, yeah, it doesn't really matter.
but it's same old groups. But then, yeah, this is absolutely what you would expect.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Really, really accurate. Really easy to shoot as well. Even this one, which is the carbine, so it's a bit shorter. As obviously we always say, is you get shotgun syndrome. Be a little bit harder to hold steady, but show them results there. Bang on. Can't get better than the same hole, can you?
No, you can't.
Well, let's grab those targets back, and
Yep.
we'll back with you shortly.
Now, Lawrence, let's try and summarise what we've seen and what we've felt, shall we? Now we've got your target here. Now we've got a sub 5 pence group here, haven't we? Now we've got 25 yards, 25 metres indoors. I reckon you could do a lot better than that. I reckon those would be same hole groups. I know I've had a shoot of this as well.
Well, I couldn't, but the ladies and gentlemen certainly could. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
when I was doing the same thing every time, when it wasn't just me, it was same hole. That last group in there they're all touching.
You did take quite a bit of time over it, didn't you? So I know that's been your downfall in the past, hasn't it? Overthinking it and
possibly
trying to over engineer your shots. Yeah. So how do we summarise this?
It's just as good as the one before, but it's improved in the ways that we needed it to be better. The biggest downfalls are now improved. It's a bit more money though, isn't it? I don't know what the old RRP was. I know that we have been doing the standard 100 at 1080, and these new ones are the walnut ones. Obviously, I haven't got one here. They're £1,340, and the laminates are obviously, as of time of filming, £1,440. So it's a good amount of improvement. I'm sure there's some level of catching up to inflation in there, more than just how much it's cost to do the improvements.
It's funny, isn't it? You know, that £1,400 to £1,500 mark. There's quite a lot of guns falling in that category now, isn't there? You've got quite a lot of the European stuff falling in there.
Can you remember back in the day when we did a HW100 for 739?
Yeah, I do. I remember that. Yeah. Slab of cartridges for 39 quid.
What a time to be alive, eh?
Yeah.
That was
And people moaned about them then.
That was about 8-10 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
But yes, exceptionally accurate.
I mean, the 100s have always been an exceptional rifle, haven't they? And they've always been so popular. I think the people's only gripe have been, it's too heavy. It's not enough shot count. I don't want the heavier full length. But it's all gone now.
Yeah.
These could be a market leader, you know. In
if they weren't before, then definitely I can see them being now.
They're still a big seller, haven't they? They've always been a big seller, and we use the standard full length on our Rangers range guns because they're bomb proof unless you really, really try to double load them. I think it's a winner. I know that with the orders that we've had so far have been quite incredible, haven't they? The sales have been just non-stop.
Well, yeah, mostly back orders. We've only had one batch so far. We only had a few. Not all of what we asked for. Let's go for that.
As you often find that, don't they, when the manufacturer brings out a new rifle, they dribble them through to the marketplace.
Yeah.
But I always say it: get your hands on one, see how light they are. If your friends bought one, or you know somebody down at the range, get your hands on one. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. There's a lot to like. Nothing wrong with the original HW100 at all, but this is just
the same but improved.
Yeah,
a bit more expensive, but
I think they'll come into their own. You know, when it's okay having a cylinder. They'll come into their own when you've got your own compressor. When you think about it, if you've got a pump, generally pumps don't go to 250 bar, do they?
It takes a lot of weight and a lot of strength.
It would, an awful lot. Cylinders, okay, they go to 250 bar a few times when they're full, but then once your pressure drops, you're not getting 250 bar. So that the guys that have got compressors, I think these will make compressors even more popular, you know.
Fair enough.
Getting your shot count, you know, getting your full 250 bar.
Prediction of the future.
Yeah, I think so.
There we go. Well, thank you very much for watching.
It's
as
been
always,
quite a long one, this one, hasn't it? But I think there's been quite a lot to say about it, and yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Certainly the current orders are showing how popular they actually are.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you very much for watching.
Yeah, thank you.
As always, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thank you.